السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته وأهلا وسهلا بكم في معهد آيلتس للدراسات والحلول التعليمية. My dear students, this is Dr. Aziz and how's everybody? Today we are going to talk about one of the most important types of commercial correspondence, which is called replies and quotation. Here we are going to talk about how to write a reply to an inquiry, and also we are going to practice how to negotiate about the prices and the transportation and discount and the method of payments and how to code delivery date and how to talk about affixed terms and negotiable terms, and we are going to talk about the quotation and the estimate, and we are going to talk about bids and tenders. Here we are going to start to talk about replying to an inquiries, how to write the opening chapter or the opening bracket or the opening paragraph of a reply to an inquiry. As you know that when we start to reply to an inquiry, we know the name of the sender and we know the date of the message we received or the email, and we know the subject of it. So at the beginning we're gonna write the title of the person as it is written in the email we received, and we are going to quote the subject line and write before it RE in capital colon and the title, the subject title or the subject line of the email we received. At the beginning of opening our message, email or a fax or a letter, as a reply we should say thank you for and write the name of the type of the message we received, and thank you for your email, or thank you for your fax, or thank you for your letter, or thank you for your message, dated on 20 May 2021, talking about. And then we have to go directly to confirm that we can help the receiver from the beginning. At the beginning, like we have a wide selection of sweaters that will appeal to the market you specified. Then, as we said, we should market your product, and by talking about the competitive features of your product, like when you have that when you have had the opportunity to see the samples for yourself, we feel sure you will agree that they are of the highest quality with the best price. Also, we can talk about the alternatives if we know that the alternatives are equal or better than the items he requested, and we should explain for the receiver why these equivalent or alternatives will be better and why we suggested them for, like, and while this engine has all the qualities of the model you ask for, the power drive has the added advantage of fewer moving parts and reducing maintenance costs. It also saves on oil as it, and we talk. In our reply, we also should refer to the customer in case that we are not able to supply him or her with the things he requested. We can suggest from the beginning that he can contact another place. Sometimes he asks, he asked for a visit. We can arrange for a visit or demonstration. Always The requester asks for catalogs, price list, prospectus, and samples. So make sure that you include or attach the things he requested. Closing should be alive, attractive, dynamic, alive with the subjects you are talking about. Always encourage your customer to go to a next step, a future step, like please contact us again if you have any question using the above telephone number. We are waiting for your quotation form or we are waiting for your order. In our reply, we are going to talk also about at the end of it that we hope to hear from him or her again sooner. Sometimes we move ahead a step and send a quotation. But according to my own experience, don't give a quotation till you make sure that the quotation you are going to give is the thing he or she requested. In the quotation, we refer to the price and price terms and shipment terms, and which is called Incoterms, and the payment terms. And we start with we can quote you a price of, or the price of this model is, or please find our basic quotation for. Transport and insurance cost. There are a number of abbreviations that indicate a price and Incoterms. Here we are talking about the Incoterms, and now we have the Incoterms to 2020, which are divided into types. Incoterm used for any mode of transportation, or we call them multi-mode of transportation, and Incoterms that are used only for waterway, a land waterway, like in sea or sea waterway. And we are dividing the Incoterms into uh, four types according to the geographical distance between the exporter and the importer. We can say that group A is pre-carriage, or it is the Incoterms that are talking about getting or collecting the goods from their premises, origin premises, from the factory of the exporter or whatever premise place, which is mean pre-carriage, I mean before sending them to the carrier. Group F, we pass a step towards the international frontiers or borders, like we send the goods to the carrier or on the transportation vehicle of the carrier or on the board of the carrier, like fob. We send the goods on the board of the ship. Free alongside ship. Fast, we send the goods next to the ship. And free carrier, we send the goods to the carrier. The carrier comes by his vehicle to the area to collect them in his or her custody. Then we come to talk about the discounts, and we have different types of discounts we can allow for our customers in our quotations, like a trade discount, a quantity discount, a cash discount, a quality discount. Then we should talk about the methods of payment. We have four types of methods of payment. Mm, Cash in advance, and normally we ask at least 35% cash in advance for the first transaction, and we make the rest of it by collection basis or documentary collection, which is near to cash on delivery. Then we come to talk about a third type of payment, which is documentary credit by a letter of credit, and then credit facilities or open account. And the fifth type is consignment. Then we should talk also about the date of delivery and talk about labeling, marking, and we negotiate about other terms like documents, shipments, and backend labeling. And sometimes we give estimate. An estimate is for some kind of projects that we cannot measure the process or the performance by units or containers like goods. So the estimate is given for services and mostly for construction services. Here are examples of replies to inquiries. Look at here in this type of letter. The writer starts by addressing the name of the recipient by his name and title, Dear Mister. Then he comes to talk about the acknowledgement of receiving an inquiry dated by 31st January, and he let the recipients or the inquirer to be sure that he is going to help by saying we enclose our spring catalogs and current price list. Then he details the by marketing or selling his goods using his best competitive advantages like quantity discounts and high quality products. Then he asked, closing his letter by please contact us if we can be of any further help. Yours sincerely, your signature by your handwriting, and your name and job title. The second example is the same. Please find enclosed our prospectus. So from the beginning, he let the receiver that he is going to supply and help. The third example, from the beginning, he started to say thank you very much for your inquiry. I enclose catalog giving detailed information about our heavy goods, vehicle, tires. The things he requested. This is one of the best examples of a complete letter with complete elements like letterhead, inside address, after the date and reference, and dear Mr. and his name. And he started by saying thank you for your inquiry of 12th May in which you asked about. And then he started to detail and confirm the high qualities and the competitive price, and also he asked that because of the low price he cannot make any more discounts, and he assured the receiver that he sent samples by separate post. That's a perfect reply to an inquiry. The same thing here is a reply to an inquiry. So these examples, you can stop the video and look at them and find out how the writer structured his reply step by step as he is answering the points the require or the requester asks. A look at the paragraph before the last. He mentioned the terms like CIF, and he mentioned the name of the place. In using the Incoterms, make sure to specify a clear point in that place. We call it the point or the place or the port where the risk and delivery can be done. Here another example. We can reply also by emails or by letters or by fax. Here is a quotation form letter, a quotation written in a form of a letter as an estimate or a quotation. So we give a total price and pre-price prices like here. And then opening bracket like our surveyor John visited. He talked about and how he know about them and he how what is he going to do, and then these includes materials and lappers like this. Then he bought the quotation, body letter. Then he come to conclude with this. If you have any further question, please contact our senior supervisor, and he gives the name of the supervisor and the above number, extension 21. Yours sincerely. Here points to remember about replies to inquiries. The salutation use the customer's name. Let the customer know early in the letter whether or not you can help him or her. Make sure that you have supplied all the information you think will help your customer, including relevant catalogs, price list, and etc. Thank the customer for contacting you and encourage him or her for further inquiries. When giving a customer's quotation, in addition to the price quotation, transport and insurance terms, discounts, methods of payment, don't forget to quote the delivery date. And never ever promise a delivery date that you cannot keep. That's about the reply to an inquiries. Thank you very much for listening to us in ILS Center in Yemen, waiting for you to like and subscribe for more videos. This is Dr. Aziz, ILS Yemen.